Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. I'm on the road today. All right, so we're going to start from the middle. Battle of the mind. Don't allow the fear, doubt, and self-sabotage to win. The mind is a battlefield and is the home of one of your greatest enemies. Don't give them the upper hand. Don't give them options and make no deals. There is no negotiating with this enemy. It's all for keeps. Stand your ground and keep fighting. Take back your mind, take back your life, and live free. Kenneth Mickey. In the top left-hand corner, Satan's target, your mind, Satan's weapons, lies, Satan's purpose, to make you ignorant of God's will, your defense, the inspired word of God. All right, all the way to the right. I'm only reading what's highlighted. The devil is a liar. He does not, however, tell us the entire lie all at once. He begins by bombarding our mind with a cleverly devised pattern of little nagging thoughts, suspicions, doubts, fears, wonderings, reasonings, and theories. He moves slowly and cautiously. After all, well-laid plans take time. Remember, he has a strategy for his warfare. He has studied us for a long time. Excuse me, I was a little parched. So, the battle has always been for our mind, right? It's like every time I have this revelation, it hits me different every time. And I don't know if it's like, because it's like I have the revelation, but it's like my current lifestyle is like I'm transitioning out, right? But it's like I'm still physically transitioning. So it's like I can't fully come up out of the transition until my surroundings have changed. I'm gonna just be honest. And I think that's why every time I have this revelation, it hits me different. So I think I was meditating and I'm like, because when I was younger, I was going through stuff physically, right? But physically I was going through stuff, but it was a fight for my mind. Like it was a battle for my mind the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And this was like me 20, 20, so I'm young. I don't know what's going around. I don't know what's going, I said around. I don't know what's going, well shit, something must be going around. But I didn't know what was going on. Like, I'm like, yo, what is happening? The battle was for my mind the entire time. Everybody was, whether they were doing it consciously or unconsciously, it's like everybody around me was trying to prevent me from becoming who I am, who I've always been, what was always deep down inside. Like, so, and then I'm like I'm realizing, like, so it shows how powerful we've always been. Of course, we know that, but it's like we don't really carry it. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but some of us don't really carry it all throughout our day. It's like we forget how powerful we are because we were operating in old stubborn energy for so long based on past trauma, based on child trauma, So it really became a part of our identity to operate the way we were because that's the only way we could protect ourselves, right? So it's like we out here doing whole 360s because we're like, part of the reason I felt the way I did about myself was based on how somebody else made me feel about myself. And this was, I'm talking like age 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking like really young. So you don't even know what the hell is going on. You get what I'm saying? So you develop these defense mechanisms and to protect yourself, because no one else, you can't depend on anybody else to protect you, right? Because if we could, we wouldn't have childhood trauma. We wouldn't have childhood wounds that we've been carrying with us, right? So that was the first attack on us. Everybody has that first attack that happened to them where they ain't never been the same. They ain't never been the same. And ever since then, we've been trying to fight, just fight for that part of us that we feel we were robbed for back, right? But it's always been within us. It's just been wounded within us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been like a piece of us that I know I kind of like resented like that. I felt shame, but it's like I had to like realize like, you don't feel this because of yourself. You feel this because of how somebody else made you feel about yourself, because they violated your vessel. They violated your temple, you know? And it's like, I'm gonna be honest, how it affected me, like it made me feel like I wasn't worthy. Like it made me just like, in that aspect, well, shit, you know what I'm saying? Well, somebody already took it. So it's like, I went through that phase, you know, we go through phases and stuff. I'm glad I woke up sooner than later, but it's just like, I let that dictate how I treated myself and how I cared for myself, you know, and how I looked after myself. And it wasn't, it was like a resentment, like I'm battling myself because of how somebody else made me feel about me, but not how I truly feel about me. You get what I'm saying? But it took me a long time, you know, like I'm still, like I'm breaking it now, like, because I'm more aware, like, yo, you are worthy. You've always been worthy, you know? You are not defined by what somebody else did to you that you had no control over. We have to look at things like all of this was designed to get back to oneness, to wholeness, right? And I think it's important to really say that, because you can tell that just like within the world, it's a lot of self-hate, because it wouldn't be hate if we didn't, you know, hate some, you know what I'm saying? Like self-sabotaging, like, you know, we hate the things that happen to us, but we start letting it become our identity in a way. Not like the full thing, but we start letting it become our identity to an extent, right? And feeling like we were unworthy of the love that we desire. We are unworthy, but we've always been worthy. That was nothing but the enemy trying to get in our heads at early ages so that the narrative could be controlled in an unrighteous light. You know, that's why this new earth is emerging as we speak, because it's off balance. It's a lack of balance. Energy has to be restored. So this is us getting in fullness, in oneness, and honoring all aspects of ourselves, because if it wasn't for our hardships, our trials, our tribulations, we wouldn't be as strong and wise as we have become. We've always been powerful, but now we can consciously use our light and bring this world together in wholeness, in fullness, not in lack. because we were never lacking. We weren't created out of lack. That was a lie. It's always been a lie. But that's not, but it's, you know, you had to come into overstanding on your own, however, you know, your journey has pushed you to become, because you won't see that in mainstream media. They don't want us to know they don't want us to know how powerful we are, because then we don't have to rely on them. Right? So this is what's taking place on the earth right now. You have people refusing to get in alignment with what's taking place, and then you have people who are adamantly releasing, transmuting the energy and replacing it with love. You know, we're removing the doubt, we're removing the fears, we're removing the self-sabotage. We're moving outside of the 3D. So many of us have always been, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, I could, if I am manifesting the freedom to be able to do so just effortlessly, right? That's what I'm bringing into my life, as I feel everybody should, that's really on this journey. Like, you were called, you were summoned, like, you know, like, it's no way around it. It doesn't matter what would have took place, whatever, in this life, we would still be doing this work because it's bigger than us, right? We were catalysts. This ain't, we ain't new to this. We true to this. You feel me? Like, we stand firm in this. Like, like, maybe it's a choice. Some people think it's a choice for them, but it was never a choice for us. Like, we felt it. We've always felt it. It's just now that we're actually really honoring it and not letting anybody take us outside of where we know we're going, where we're taking this. And that's really what I wanted to say. Like, the battle has always been for your mind. They were trying to break you and we still rose. You know, we still rise. Like, everything, I'm like looking at my journey, everything that I went through was used to try to break me. And like I put on that one of my vision boards, a knockout on bouncing back, because I always bounce back. And like I said before, I never, and that's something else. They were trying to make us lose the love that we have within, and we never let it break us, and we always loved. Like, just love, just straight love. Like, no matter what we've been through, we still love, you know? Because it tried to rob us of everything. So don't let them take your mind. Be mindful of the things you ingest. Go on a cleanse from social media. Stop watching the news. Be mindful of the energy you're partaking in and that you're taking in, period. Okay? People, places, and things. Everything. everything. Because the sooner you can tune out of everything outside of yourself, the sooner you can create the life you've always dreamed of, like the life you always imagined. Like I'm in a place right now where I realize, like, dang, everything that I was saying to spirit behind closed doors, like I'm seeing it, like I'm walking into it, like spiritually it's already happened. You know, like my words never went null and void. Like I manifested this before I even knew how powerful I was. So you want to be mindful of the things you're saying to yourself, the things that you're saying to spirit when there's nobody listening but spirit and your spirit team, because those things are manifesting. And we just gonna leave it at that. Thank you for listening. Take care. All love. Peace.